All right, pDAI fam and friends, how you doing? This is going to be a short tutorial on how to take money from your bank through ZK-P2P on Base so you can transfer Ethereum or any asset. Um, Let me see what they have actually. I only use so you take your USD into pretty much, and they have a bunch of Ethereum, Hyperliquid, Base, Plasma, and Solana assets you can look at. I usually just do either USDC or ETH from Base and then bridge it over on Liberty Swap. And then from Liberty Swap, it's on Pulsechain, and then we'll go from there, right? So that's like the gist of it. Now we're gonna actually do it, all right? All right. So this is the Let me go back actually, so you see the whole thing. So this is what happens. This is the page you load when you load on zkp2p.xyz. You click Get Started, right? And you could choose different. You can use Venmo or Cash App or Zelle, but you have to use these banks. It's really Chase Link, I think, is the only one they take. So I use Cash App, your Venmo, or PayPal. You can use because each one has different liquidity too. So you have to check on that too. So let's just do a quick little thing here. There's also a little add-on that goes in, like a little Google extension that it needs to verify the transaction from Cash App to make sure you sent the money. So let me show you. Ready? You click here. You click your Rabby wallet. And you got to wait for the approval. It's going to be laggy because I'm recording it, all right? Bear with me. It's an old computer. My new computer's coming today. Bear with me. Hang in there. You could do it. I believe in you. All right, and then we hit Start Order. It's going to verify it again. Nice and fast. And now it's going to tell you where to send the payment. So then I go on the app. You go to Cash App on your phone or on the same device. For me, it's just easier on the phone. And we're going to send that money to that user right here. That amount to that user. Okay, so once that's done, now that the money is sent, you say completed payment, right? So go to completed payment, and it's gonna pop up that that extension. You'll see. Ready? It's gonna add. I have the extension. I don't know why it's telling me to add it. Okay, so it's waiting. So sometimes you gotta refresh the page. Just hit refresh. Sometimes it usually doesn't have that problem. Go back to the transaction. Now sign in with Cash App. There's a little glitch, but usually you don't have that glitch. And that's like the second time that's ever happened to me. It logs into your activity. It's going to see all the money that I sent over. You click the transaction. And now you just wait. It's very simple, right? Very simple stuff. You just count. They say it's count. If it gets close to 30, and then before you know it, you'll see the number over here. Can you see my mouse? Right there. It'll show it the deposit. So it's still verifying. Takes about 30 seconds. Hang in there. You're doing great. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. So 3 seconds in. I'm sorry, 2 seconds in, 3 seconds out. We're almost there. Hang in there. All right, it's taking slow. So this recording is really slowing everything down. Sorry. I don't know why it's taking so long. There we go. That's the longest it's ever taken me. Wonder why. I think it's because I'm recording, slowing everything down. See how long? It usually doesn't take that long to do. And that's it. See? Boom. See it in the corner there? After all that, congratulations. You can go back. You don't need this anymore. You disconnect from ZK. and then you move on to Liberty Swap, right? So you connect your wallet to Liberty Swap. Sorry, the lagging is because I'm recording it. And you see right there, the balance is on base, and now we need to get it to Pulsechain. So you hit max, come down here, swap, confirm. This is a very fast process. It's just that my computer's slow right now because I'm recording. Just approving everything. Again, it's only going slow because I'm recording this, or else it would be going super fast. All right. Now, I'm going to go to PulseX. I'm going to go to the trade liquidity. I'm going to go to the V2 right here. And I want to go to add liquidity because I want to know how much of each I need, right? So here we're going to type in wrap Bitcoin. Here we're going to type in pDAI or DAI. And there you go. All right. So let's say $50 would be like what? 0.1. So that's about what I need each, right? So then I'll go to buy wrap Bitcoin. Just need the contract address. I don't know if off the top of my head. Man, this thing is laggy. Laggy. What did I say it was? About $50. So what is that? Connect the wallet, browser. It's enabling it, and it's going to improve it. I've never used this wallet before, so it's going to be a little longer. You following? You still awake? I know, it's so exciting. It's going super slow because I'm recording. I do apologize a million times. It never goes this slow. I don't know what's going on. And now it's going to approve the swap. And there it goes. Now we're going to get some DAI. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes it does that. Just X that out, DAI. And we're looking for this DAI, right? And we'll just do the rest. We'll do the max. Okay. Hopefully we get enough. How much do we need? We need at least 140, at least 15,000. There we go. Perfect. Money. And now we wait for the swap. All right, now we just wait. All right, now we have the pDAI and the pDAI and the wrap Bitcoin. So now we go here. We connect the wallet. Boom. And you can see that we're just waiting for the DAI to come through on the transaction. Let's do max. And we have just enough DAI. So now we're going to enable everything. Enable. This is perfect for a newbie because this is a brand new wallet. I never touched it besides sending it some Pulse. And now we're going to hit supply. We're going to supply these two assets as liquidity. We're going to confirm it. That's how much of the pool we're going to have. I'll explain later. going to add this to the wallet so we know that we have it. I already added it. Okay, no big deal. So now we wait, transaction, and it is good. All right. So let's see. Now when we go back, our position should be there. When we go to V2, we got to wait a little bit till it loads. We refresh it. Oh, got to reconnect my wallet because I refreshed it. And there it is. There's your tool. So there's your Bitcoin, your People's Wrap Bitcoin, and your pDAI, and the share of the pool is 0.02%. So let's just give you an example. So let's say you made $10,000 that day in volume, you'll get 0.02 of. So no, the $10,000 is multiplied by the 0.22% of the trading fee. So you take 10,000, multiply it by 0.22%. You got to use the percent sign. And that total is your total pool of value. And then you take that total pool of value and you get 0.02% of that per day. And then if you want to know per year, you do 365 days per year. And of course, you can't go by that because it's going to fluctuate every day. And these numbers are going to fluctuate every day. Somebody also wanted me to go over, what do you call it? DeFi, impermanent loss calculator. Yeah. So let's see. Here we go. So let's say, like right now, what's the price of pDAI? It's 0.000036, right? And Bitcoin is what right now? It's like 540, say. And we know that token A is going to go to $1, right? We're going to assume. And we're going to assume that Bitcoin's going to go to 150, say, right? That seems to be the crowd favorite. And here, look, if you put it in now, look, you have 0 impermanent loss. You see that? So it wouldn't even matter if you held it or if you provided liquidity, and that does not include the fees. Look, so this calculator uses the Uniswap constant product formula to determine impermanent loss. Fees are not included with the results. So whether you held it or put it in the protocol, you have the same amount of money, right? So why not put it in the protocol and make some extra money? And also you're supporting the peg, you're supporting the system, the ecosystem. It's just good, you know? Like I'm never taking that amount out. That's just there to grow, you know, like a savings account. So yeah, that's that. That's really it. Also important to know, like, so you'll see these numbers like the pooled Bitcoin and the pooled pDAI, they will fluctuate. So let's say, for example, pDAI pumps up, right? So if pDAI goes up, you have more pDAI, and because K is a constant product, it'll like if you imagine like a bubble, like a bubble, pDAI takes inside, and there's 3 bubbles, right? The big main bubble, and then 2 bubbles inside that bubble. You have a bubble of Bitcoin and a bubble of pDAI, right? So when pDAI price goes up, that bubble inside of the bubble gets bigger, and it makes less room for Bitcoin. So when pDAI goes up, your Bitcoin goes down, and when Bitcoin goes up, your pDAI goes down. So it's like that, like a seesaw action constantly with the V2. All right. I hope that makes sense. So let me say that again. It's like imagine having a big bubble, right? Let me see if I could draw something here. MS Paint. I don't even know if I have it. This computer's so old. All right, here we go. Wow, look at this. All right, so let's see if I could draw a shape here. So imagine you have a shape like that, right? That's your whole liquidity pool, right? And then in that shape, you have 2 more things, right? Looks like an alien, I know. So this is pwBTC. Hope you can see that. If not, let me make it bigger. Can I make it bigger? Let's see. Yes, I can. Let's see. That's as big as it's going to get. And this is your pDAI. All right. Oh, sorry. This is your, doesn't let you delete it, huh? I gotta figure out how to use it. I don't know how to use Paint. I'm a retard. I'm a retardio. Sorry. Let's go back here and put this back in. And we want the people's wrap BTC. All right, so now that we have the pool, this is the whole, let me just put the whole LP pool here. Hope you're following along. This is the pDAI wrap PL liquidity pool. If I can move this. There we go. All right, so now you follow me. So let's say, okay, so now the prices are equal, right? They're in balance, right? So now what happens is, let's see if I can make this any bigger. No. So now let's say this pDAI gets bigger, right? So what happens to this one is this Bitcoin will get smaller, okay? So now, I know it's hard to understand because, so let's get rid of all this. Make it look easier on the eyes, right? I wish I had like a writing pad. This would be easy. Then I could really teach you guys. That's how I used to learn in nursing school and this nurse anesthesia school. I would draw on like shower boards. Because science is all visual, really, in my mind. The memorization of visual. So yeah, ready? You erase all this. And now you can see the price of pDAI went up. So it takes up more space in the pool. So you have less, you get stuck with, I'm sorry, it's the other way around, actually. Let me start over. It's because the value is more. But what really happens is this actually gets smaller because the USD value, and then this gets bigger because you get stuck with the cheaper token. Sorry about that. So here, you get stuck with the thing because ready. So this price pumps, so now it takes up more mass of the pool, right? Even though it looks like less mass, it's more value but less tokens, right? So you have more value in USD terms but less tokens. That's pDAI because it pumped. Bitcoin, you have more of because the price when it either stayed the same or went down, and pDAI went up, right? That keeps it the K constant. Because remember, no matter what these values do, it has to keep K. K equals K. So if K is constant here, these two always have to adjust to keep this K constant, right? So when pDAI goes up in value, it'll shrink because it can only, you need less pDAI to get the, let's say there was, okay, let me put more text in here to make this a little more. Let's say there was $100 here. $100 here. And then you had $100 of Bitcoin, right? So what you're doing is the value stays the same, right? Of the pool. Say it's $200 between both of them. It's going to maintain that $200 value, but based on the price of the token is how many tokens you'll have. So if the price goes up a pDAI, you'll have less tokens, well, hence the smaller bubble. And if the price of pDAI went up, you're going to get more of the Bitcoin to make up for that $100 to $200 difference. I hope you're following me. And the opposite is true this way. So if I erase this, it would be, let's just do it this way. It's easier, actually. I'll erase this. Now let's switch it. Now let's do pDAI goes down or stays the same and Bitcoin pumps, right? So this would be pDAI now. And this would be people's wrap Bitcoin. So same thing. Now Bitcoin pumped. So Bitcoin pumped, the price went up, you have less tokens, right? But since you have less tokens of the people's wrap Bitcoin, you get more pDAI because at the end of the day, you have to keep the value or ratio of tokens equal to this constant K. I hope that makes sense. All right. So that's how that works. That's how you could get screwed out of something. You know, like if one token shoots up and the other doesn't do anything, you're going to lose one of the token that shoots up in value. But if they go together, you're good. You know. So you kind of got to look at the chart with them. What else? Let's see. Did I miss anything? I think I got everything right. V1, okay, that was V2 because you get the fees. There's no ink. You don't receive ink on this. It just auto compounds. So you just can, when you're ready to remove it, you click here and like, you don't have to remove it all. Like the 100, you could just do like, let's say you only want to remove like 2%. Like you could just kind of, you can do 1% at a time, you know, and slowly, like as it goes up, let's say you double the price, take a couple of percent out, you know, that's it. And it'll keep growing. You never have to take the whole thing out is my point. You could just slowly extract some money and still continue to provide liquidity because you're making money from the compounding, you know? So that's what's special about V2. V1 is a little different because I don't have any positions here, but it used to be, V1 is like you add the liquidity and then you come to the farm, you take the little PLP token because it takes both tokens and makes them one token, a dual asset token. And you bring them here, and let's say you did the Pulsex Pulse, you deposit it there, and then you harvest the ink, but you don't get any trading fees. You're just earning the ink, okay? And then I saw something for stables too. I've never used that, so I have no idea, but I guess you supply all three assets, and then it makes a tri-asset PLP, and you can make some money there. So yeah, that's it. I think I covered it all. You know about impermanent loss. You're not really losing anything. You're just missing out on some of the gains. You're still making money on your principal. You understand? So it's just a matter of if your fees or your incentive token make up for that loss. That's the key, which I think it will. But you have to make your own decision. But I also think it's important to provide liquidity for pDAI and People's Wrap Bitcoin because it's important to maintain the peg. And also, I think it's also important to maintain parity with Bitcoin, Wrap Bitcoin on Ethereum too. So this is more of like a community effort kind of thing. I recommend everybody do a little bit, whatever you're comfortable with, because you're participating and helping the system. You're staying in the system. I like just put enough in there that you won't even like touch. You'll never look at it again. Like it's almost like lock liquidity, but not lock liquidity. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. I know I'm always all over the place. Yeah. I hope that was a good lesson for you. Please let me know if I need to change anything. Be raw. Don't try to boost my ego. I don't give a shit. I want to get better. So tell me what I did wrong, what you want to hear, and I'll change it, you know? Let me know what you think, guys. I appreciate it. I hope this helps you onboard some of your friends because this is pretty easy. You go from bank account right to fucking Pulsechain. Easy. 1, 2, 3. How you doing, man? All right? Thank you very much. Freedom Fighter Cypherpunks, how you doing? Don't forget to provide liquidity with pDAI and pWrap Bitcoin. That's how we peg and how we go to parity. We need everybody to participate because it takes us all. We are one. Remember that. Unity. How you doing, man? Have a good day. All right? Enjoy. All right? How you doing? How you doing? Wow, that was a long video. I wonder everybody makes them so long. You know, I was watching other people's videos. I'm like, man, this video is so long. It's so boring. But they talk about other shit. I'm just so stupid. It took me 20, 30 minutes to do one thing.